Today's recipe is coming, the request is coming from Sia, and she has asked me to prepare her favorite sticky, spicy, delicious chicken wings. And that's what I'm cooking today. So let's get started. So kids like chicken wings. I prefer drumsticks. So I thought I will just get half the quantity of drumsticks and half the chicken wings. So it's 8 chicken wings, 8 chicken thighs, and that's what I'm doing. I have got here chicken drumsticks, of course, and I've got some chicken wings. Now I am just going to prep these. So for the chicken wings, obviously, for the drumsticks, obviously you can keep the skin on, but I prefer chicken skinless. So I'm just going to get rid of the skin and also just make a couple of slits on the meaty part. So I'm going to transfer the drumsticks into a bowl. There. And here I have got the wings. Now I'm going to keep the skin on the chicken wings because these are for the kids and they want the skin on. So I'm going to leave them on. Let's get rid of this. And all I'm going to do is just cut them into two. So you've got like kind of finger food. It's kind of basically tidying it up a little bit. Here are the wings and here are the drumsticks, and I've got I'm making one marinade for both of them. I'm just going to divide it. So I've got 3 garlic cloves, and I'm just going to just roughly chop it up. So now I'm going to start making the marinade. So in goes the garlic. In this, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sriracha, which is a chili sauce. You can use any brand of chili sauce you have, or you might have in the fridge. That's the chili sauce in. Then goes in the sweetness and the stickiness that will come from the honey. So I'm going to add a good 3 tablespoons of honey into this. Just normal runny honey will be fine. Then we'll go in the oil to help it cook. So that's going to be another 2 tablespoons. I'm just using olive oil. And just for a little bit of sharpness, I'm going to add a tablespoon, oh dear, a tablespoon of vinegar. I'm using cider vinegar. And then I'm also going to add a tablespoon of tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Come on. And half a teaspoon of salt goes in. A nice, lovely mix. Actually, it's a lot of chicken. I'm going to add another half a teaspoon. So that will make it 1 teaspoon of salt. And that's it. So this is going to go between these two. So I'm going to do half on the chicken drumsticks and half in the wings. You can use just wings and just thighs because drumsticks. The kids wanted wings, I wanted drumsticks, so I'm using both. Who am I kidding? Need to get in with the hands. Make sure it's coated really nicely well. And I'm just going to let this marinate for a couple of hours till we are basically ready to eat. So it could be 3 hours from now. So smells really, really lovely. So the chicken has rested. Now it's got this extra marinade. I'm not going to add all the liquid. I'm just going to place these. Oh, smells so nice. I'm just going to place them all on one tray. And the oven is nice and hot at 180°C. And they will go in for around 20 minutes or so, 20-25 minutes. Okay. Right, so that's the wings. I'm going to keep this marinade safely here. I'll use it in a minute. And here are the drumsticks. So just going to leave this leftover marinade in the bowls for the time being, and I am going to prepare something that we can eat with this. So it's got 25 minutes timer on, which gives me enough time to prepare the side dish. Just going to make very quick rice. So I've just got a cup of rice here. Should be plenty for 4 people. And I'm going to cook this until it's done. And I'm also going to make a quick little coleslaw kind of salad to go with it. Just a couple of carrots. Grate this in here. There you go. Just gonna take a little piece of this cabbage. And thinly slice it. Goes in here. And a red pepper. And also a red onion. Everything goes in here. For the dressing, I'm going to add a couple of heaped tablespoons of mayo. Also a heaped tablespoon of natural yogurt. And a teaspoon of whole grain mustard. That's my favorite for coleslaw. And then just mix. Really, really simple, very effective, very delicious, crunchy. To serve it in this. So this is looking like it's almost done. You can see that now how do I test it if it's done? So what I'll do is I will take a grain or two on the shelf, and then I'll just press it, and there it's pressed quite nicely. So that means they are done. So I'm going to turn the heat off and drain this. Goes in the rice. And while the rice is kind of just sitting here for 5 minutes, I'm going to prepare a base for it. Also, while the chicken was marinating, I quickly made some cookies for later. It's been a busy day. What I really want is the simplest of rice to go with the flavorful packed chicken. So I've made the rice here and I'm just going to cook it with some spring onions. So I have got just a handful of spring onions and I'm just going to roughly chop them up. So just a tablespoon or so of oil, in goes the onions. Just going to cook this for 3-4 minutes. Just going to break 4 eggs in this bowl. Pinch of salt, bit of black pepper, a little whisk. So the onions are ready and I'm just going to add the eggs. Give it 1 second to settle down before we start stirring it. And then we move it very slightly. Can you see the ripples forming? And the egg is cooking up gently. So you turn and then you leave it a second, let the egg cook, and then turn. Oh, beautiful, lovely. Look at that, perfectly scrambled. A teaspoon or of soy sauce, not too much. I just want a light flavoring because I don't want the flavor of the chicken to go away. Now, you would usually use leftover rice, but I didn't have any. So the rice is still hot, so it just needs a few seconds because I don't have to reheat through the rice. I just have to mix it up. Look at that. Lovely, lovely fried rice. My easy, quick version. Nice, delicious. Just a little sprinkling of salt to taste. And that's it. I am going to plate this up. That's our coleslaw ready. And here goes our rice. Smells so lovely. Fresh. And look, the rice, even though I used hot rice, fresh hot rice, it didn't kind of get mushy because the way I cook my rice, it comes out perfect every single time. So like I said, the coleslaw is ready. It's nice and cold and this is piping hot. I don't want it piping hot, so it's a perfect time because my timer has gone off and it's already been 25 minutes of the chicken. Come look at it, come. So what I'm going to do is just turn it over, and there is a little bit of liquid in there, which is absolutely fine. As okay. Actually, I'm just going to take this out here, bring it here. Just going to use a spoon and pour a little bit more of the, that's what we had kept this marinade for. Just to pour it over the other side of the chicken legs. That's it, all used up. This is going to go back in the fridge. Oh, in the fridge. Wouldn't that be so funny, going back in the fridge? Now I'm going to do the same. Come on, guys. Don't be difficult. And I'm not going to turn these over because they're very flimsy. I'm just going to pour this marinade on top. Now I am going to turn the oven a bit higher, the temperature, to 200°C. So in my fan oven it will be 180°C. So it's really nice and hot, and I will give it another 25 minutes, 30 minutes. I'll have a look. It's going to be really smoky. Hope the fire alarm doesn't go off. Oh. Oh my gosh. Look at these. And the black bit on the tray is just the marinade that is burnt, but not the actual chicken, because you really don't want them any lighter in color than this. And like I said, it looks, for the first minute you'll think, oh no, have I burned it? But no, you haven't, because that is, if you had put this on a barbecue, it will have the exact same effect, so that you need that charred effect. And as you can see, the chicken is properly cooked. It's just the marinade that's stuck on the foil and burnt. I'm just going to get some chicken, some rice and some coleslaw all together. That's a mouthful. Oh, the whole combination. Oh my God. You've NCA, you're going to freak out. It's so good. Oh, that chicken is fantastic. Try it if you can as a combination. It's the cold weather. If it was a barbecue, I would serve this chicken with lots of different salads. But you need something more solid in the winters, and that's why this combination, it's amazing. Hope you'll give this a go. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon with another new recipe. I really need to sit down and eat, so I'm going to start walking. Bye for now.